Hello. Welcome to or welcome back to the channel. Today, we will be talking about the world of book talks and the books I've been reading. Please ignore the shimmer and shine coming from my upper lip because I'm ill at the current moment. So, I will be having an extreme addiction to Vicks from this moment on. For the next 4 months. Yep, until I run out of my container. Let's start with books on my summer little reading list or books that I'm reading this summer. So, I have a little pile of books that I'm planning on reading, and with like tests and exams out of the way and over, I'm hoping it's easier to get down on my goals and like stick with the books that are like leaving on a nightstand and never touching it again. So, it's either that or using up every single library renewal I have for the rest of my life. If I could, I would. If only. Starting off with the book I'm currently reading by Chloe Gong, Foul Lady Fortune. It's about 511 pages. Excuse that. Every time we do that, you're gonna hear a little bit of book ASMR. But it's Foul Lady Fortune. So far, it's pretty good. Some of the reviews say it says praise for these violent delights. I'm guessing a type of romance book, kind of. It's like I don't know how to explain. It's not fantasy. It's like it's like a mafia romance kind of thing. One of my least favorites, but the top front looked interesting, and I had to see what's out. Let's read some of the reviews. A deliciously dark twist on Romeo and Juliet that feels vibrant, modern, and wholly exciting. New York Times. Gong's debut is not to be missed with a dazzling setting, a mysterious series of murders, and diverse, unapologetically criminal characters. The novel ranks with the greatest YA retellings. A lush, wholly original debut that will satiate Shakespeare aficionados and draw the seeking and engrossing, multifaceted, historical fantasies. God, I'm so sorry. I'm like developing a stutter. It's not really fun, and my throat's been so dry. Speaking of having a dry throat, stay hydrated. Anyway, that is some of the reviews. I got this at my local library. Y'all aren't gonna know where I live. The frick, and I just did the same thing. Anyway, please feel free to enjoy Foul Lady Fortune. It's a very good book so far. I'm on page like 100, and it's like 500 pages. But my goal is kind of to read like 5 chapters a day, so it's about like 50 pages. So we go to. Second book, I have kind of like a long book, short book order because I'm trying to like force myself to get back in a book. Another one is by a dearly beloved creator of mine, Monsters We Make. I know it's been out for a while. The second book's out. I still have to buy it, but I haven't really gotten a chance to read it yet. I'm low-key probably gonna blow through this book in a day. But I love Corey Kenshin. I love the book, the plot, the style, it all. It looks really nice. Another book I'm halfway through that I never finished. I started reading it last summer and I never finished it. So my goal this summer is to finish it. Love Unwritten. 1 second. So this is going to be said now, and this will be repeated later. Anytime I'm around a romance novel, even uncoincidentally, I want to rip out my own trachea and feed it to a type of underwater sea monster in some bone-chilling environment, and then let the strings in the back of my eyeballs be ripped out and fed to a bunch of maggots. I just read a horror novel. Oh wait, that's already emotion. But yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of romance novels, but I keep trying to get out of my comfort zone with books, and I've never actually finished one enough to give it a chance. I was kind of hooked to Love Unwritten for a while, and I was like, okay, it's pretty good. And then so far, oh well, no, it says Foul Lady Fortune's fantasy. I'm really excited to read that. That one's doing really good so far. This one, if y'all don't know, it's by Lauren Asher, and it's a book about it's like an enemies to lovers, about two high school people that like knew each other but hated each other, and then it's about he's like a CEO, I think. Oh yeah. Billionaire with a company, and she's the nanny. So your classic CEO ex nanny nonsense. So we're just gonna have to hope for the best. Sorry, I got kind of itchy. This is a graphic novel that I bought a while ago that I kind of wanted to read because I'm super into like Salem witch trials and all that nonsense. But it's an outbreak in witchcraft. So fucking mad. Anyway, it's a graphic novel of the Salem witch trials by Deborah Noyes and M. Duffy. So looks super interesting. It's not too long, but I'm super interested in it. Thought that was cool. And another one I got recommended to a teacher. It's for a few grades younger than me, but I kind of like the style of books like this. So she said, my teacher was like, I know it's probably gonna be like too young for you, but it's like an honors class course, so you should read it. House of Scorpion. I'm too old to read this book, but I figured it would be a quick little like, oh, like I already know it's kind of about like clones or whatever. But she was like, you might like the style of reading, so try it out. And I said, cool, we'll get there. And I have to get back. This one is totally too young for me, at least. I don't know, but I've been reading Percy Jackson for years, like bad amounts of years, like probably 4 or 5 years almost. And I took a long ass break, and I still am, but I'm restarting House of Hades because I got like till 25 pages and I haven't read it. But I absolutely love the whole thing. As someone who also loves Greek mythology and like the Hellenistic pagan stuff, like I love everything about that. I love all that stuff. So I figured why not pick back up Percy Jackson? And another book I'm reading aside from my like a science summer reading nonsense, a book that my old teacher wrote, Noni and the God Tree. It is super interesting. I would read it. It's gorgeous. Like I already kind of know what it's about. I've seen so much about it. My teacher talks to me about it because I've always been asking her about her book. Read Noni and the God Tree. It is an absolute gem of a book. And it's not a long read, but it looks like it'll be a good one. I haven't officially read it, but I've seen her other students who have read it who have said it was totally worth the time to read. So yeah, we'll do that. See ya. Now, we've all heard of it. We've seen it on our page. The cursed yet beloved Booktok. Booktok is that corner of TikTok where it can range from like a fun kids table at Thanksgiving to like the wine aunties on Christmas. It's a gamble to go through. Like you truly never know what kind of video you're gonna get, whether it be from like the levels of spice in a book to like a recommendation. Speaking of, we are gonna be reacting to some videos. Are you guys so psyched? So yeah, we are gonna be reacting to a few random. I opened Book Talk, started scrolling, and I found a few videos that we're kind of going to base off of all that. So yeah, let's start off with spicy book talk. Let's see where that goes.
Excuse me, do you happen to have a book with a priest in it? Yeah, the religion section's over there. Oh no, I'm talking about the priest that uses holy water to fuck her. Excuse me, do you guys have this dark women's book where there's like a scene where he sneaks into her house and while she's showering and he does like some self-care, if you know what I'm saying, and like finishes in her peppermint lotion bottle and then like she uses it to lather up on her skin? I don't know why you would want to read that. Like weirdly enough, we have it. Hey, I'm going on a camping trip and want to learn more about knots. Do you have anything for that? Yeah, actually. And you'll learn a lot about knotting in this book. Hey, by chance do you have this romance book where she's a cam girl and the stepbrother watches her and it's like super forbidden and taboo? I think this is what you're looking for, right? Oh, hey, do you happen to have a book that has like accidental cannibalism in it? Yes, we have that. And it actually has a really great recipe for cookies and cream ice cream in there too. Enjoy. Hey, do you have a book here? And she moves in with a guy and he turns out to be a porn star. And then she starts like working with his business and like helping him produce more like pornographies. That's weirdly specific. And weirdly enough, I know what you're talking about. Is this what you're looking for? Hi, so sorry to interrupt you. Do you have a book that kind of gives you information on like Scottish folklore? Yeah, actually, it's right here. And she also fucks the Loch Ness Monster. Have fun. Thanks.
Well, my timbers have been thoroughly shivered. I just don't have words really for the first ones especially. It's so specific, and I feel bad for that grandma. I felt that, you know. So with those videos, I only watched like the first 10 seconds before I was like, this works. This will be good for the video. No, was it good for me? Do I have to tell my therapist I need another appointment coming sooner than later? Probably. But then again, does my therapist want to know why social media is even worse for kids than it already is? No. So I'll save everyone the trauma and bury it deep down to the pits where no one is ever going to look. Well, I'm sure that'll be fun for my grandkids. Anyway, so we have hit the spicy side of book talk, and it is now time for us to make our way over to like the normal side where it's all book recommendations or like books where it's like I don't have many videos, but I do have one specifically where it's a good one. We'll probably end up speeding through it just cuz like it it's like, oh, it's not going to take that long, but it's like still books. But no, like I just want to show the format between two different sides of book talk. There's so many different types of book talk, but the two main ones are like sweet and sour. Like, oh, that good nonsense. Another thing with book talk is you'll never know what you'll walk into, like what will be the appeal or the appropriateness of a book. I've seen so many things and so kids who will read like adult spice novels either because like they look kid friendly, like Icebreaker, or they saw it on Book Talk and like want to see what the hype is. Like I know people who have read like Shatter Me at like 12 and I'm like, that's no, that is like, or like will not read the book and just will buy it to see the spice and then keep it and read it later on for the actual book. Either way, no matter what book you read, it's kind of about the experience. Like no matter what you like in a book, you always want to read it for you. But like I can admit I've seen like the screenshots from books and it's like the spicy scenes and I'll be like I won't realize at first, like I'll be like reading through and I'm trying to figure out what book it is cuz like it will sound good and then I'm just like, "Oh, um well, like but it like reminds me that the algorithm will reach you depending on if cuz like I'll be over here watching my Gojo edits like And the little Subway Surfer Brook and Jewel in the morning videos, I love those. That is what I do all the time, day to day. And I get at least 1 or 2 of those a day, much less like 6 or 7 in a week. But it always will hit younger people and other people who don't need to be around that kind of stuff, or people who will like see that stuff before it hits the correct audience, or like the correct audience will like knowingly use hashtags or like reach out so it looks more friendly so they don't get banned on TikTok, which also accidentally like ruins the thing and will hit children. And there are some parents who don't check like what their kids are watching. Like, or like there's so many people who will go buy things for like kids and not know, like it's like, hey, I'm just here to check this book out for my child, is it appropriate? And a bunch of kids will be like, don't, just say yes. And it's like, no, it's not, ma'am. It's not, ma'am. And as somebody who like has to, ooh, my throat, as someone who has to like offer and bot and like give books to kids as like a Barnes and Noble worker, I've seen so many videos from Barnes and Noble workers who have to tell parents like, no, this book is not appropriate for your child, and then the kid be like, dude, you ruined this for me. And it's like, no, they're saving you your childhood and trying to help you find books that are appropriate for your age. So don't come at me with all that. There are a few videos that I will just kind of like put.
Baby Rocco can use one of those tubes to float like Baby David. Well, Elmo doesn't think so. Elmo thinks Rocco would fall right through the center of the tubes. Oh, well, I guess Rocco will never be able to.
Roses, listen, Alex, whatever you're thinking, you better take a long shoot. This is an Asian household, goddammit. I'm not interested in anything done. She only does 5 minutes of actual work before she says, I need a little treat. So your little treat is this time. Is that a Pacific cooler Capri Sun? Drop an entire pot of boiling water and pasta, and all she did was shrug her shoulders and say, I'm just a girl, I'm going to the natural place on earth. Let's grab a party, that's where she's going. TJ Maxx. I wish I could steal you away from the world and lock you up for myself. Other golf, is that just a plot tangle? Wait, no. Hello, we're going bungalow. He had a cigarette with his number on it. We get in your car, I get your password, princess, we get 500 boxes, raise the gains, and we go grab cute guppies, and we go shop at Barnes & Noble, I get 29% look at rent you there for like an hour. What do you have to say about that? Rada. Pinworms. What? Pinworms. Why are you saying it like that? Pinworms. It's Vietnamese iced coffee. Oh, I love some. Even they love Vietnamese iced coffee. Hey, whoa, don't touch me there. This is my notice wear. Do a little April touch this time. Oh my god, I'm literally in love with her. She's the most unique, perfect, pretty princess, and she's unlike every other I've ever met. She must be mine.
So my overall impression from like what I said, and there was a few videos I couldn't really like download to see, but my overall impression is that it's about like it's like a stalker and this girl who moved into a new house, and it romanticizes grape, which I if as long like I just don't have words for that, honestly. Like, there's so much that goes into books. And if this book has become so popular for the sake of some women being like, oh my god, the guy is so hot, I want him to do this to me, and it's about grape. It's not a great thing, honestly. And see, like, I get there's a difference between dark romance and something so dark it belongs in the pits of hell. But that might just be a me opinion, but I don't really know.
Yes, no, maybe. Mother-daughter edition. Delicious monsters. Maybe. Magic puppy. Maybe. Are they so vicious? Yes. Bad American. No. Assistant to the villain? No. Guts? Obviously, yes. Fragile Sanctuary. 100% yes to this whole series. Dogman. 100% yes to Dogman's whole series. Pen Pal. Absolutely. Be Fabulous like a flamingo? Maybe. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Another big thing is age appropriation in books. Like the video earlier of the mom and the daughter. Like I'm in high school, so I want to read books that are sometimes more adult, and sometimes I just want to read books that are more like manga or something. I am at an age where I have more of a choice as to what I read, but for people who are younger, it's always a better option to let your parents like tell you what to read, or to like look for something in your age group, even just on Google. Like it, like these videos I always love because they're either like, and you can always find different categories like books for a challenge, books for this theme, books for this theme, books for this age. All that is always a good idea. Like, and like that one video of the Barnes and Noble employee said, like you can be underdeveloped if you only go for smut. Don't go for smut. And honestly, there's like there's so much that like goes on. Like I I can agree with employees of Barnes and Noble on this, that if a 12-year-old comes up to you asking about smut and stuff, there's like nothing you can do about it because they are paying either way, and there's nothing you can do aside from give your personal opinion and hope that a parent is there to like agree with you. Like sure, like you're, especially like when you're in your teens, tweens, I guess, like you have a lot of hormones and you might want to be into reading more spicy stuff. But that also doesn't need to be, that's not the main point. The main point is that there's other stuff. Like if you're trying to, and it's kind of like, to me, I would be dead embarrassed going into a store as like a 9-year-old being like, "Can I buy Haunting Adeline?" and an adult stares me down and like makes a face at me. Like if I got mean mugged from a Barnes and Noble employee, I'd never go to a Barnes and Noble again. I'd actually like never leave my house again. But that like might just be like my embarrassment. But like when I was in my little lad days, that place to go for your intergalactic weird fantasies was Wattpad. All the DNF fanfics. I love my Sukoku fanfics to this day. Sokoku has never done me wrong. Dazai and Chuya for life, I say. But aside with other things, that's just my little anime girl and me talking. But my message of the day is read Smut with class. Read Smut with Wattpad. Sponsorship not included. So yeah. So I'm a little angled, but it's fine. Ugh. But seriously, Booktok is an incredible up and down roller coaster. People are able to express themselves, sometimes with boundaries, others will not. Not even going to dive into the whole biker X Booktok girl thing today because that's a whole freeway incident waiting to happen on stuff. Read what you like and read what you're comfortable with and can handle. If you need more of a challenge or if you want something on a specific topic, let like an adult know or like look up recommendations. It's that easy to do. But keep in mind boundaries and what's appropriate for you, as well as what you'll be comfortable with. Because for me, books I've read, like a little bit ago, I read um 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 um, 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 if you're a Bungo Stray Dogs fan, you know that they're all authors. I forgot what the name is. Um, you know that Bungo Stray Dogs is based off of a shit ton of writers. Oh, and like a book I read, I was like looking at the name, but the book I read by Osamu Dazai was No Longer Human. And at first I was like, I'm really just doing this for Bungo Stray Dogs. It was an emotional roller coaster to read. And it was honestly so short, but it was such a good read. And it was in 4 main parts that I read it in 5 days because I missed the day of reading. But I read it in 5 days and I finished it and I wrote my project on it and it was an amazing book to read. I would read it 100 times over if I could. The rush of different emotions you feel in each section is so grand that by the time you're into the next section, it's like, whoa, this one too fast yet too slow. So And another book that I have on my reading list is Crime and Punishment. It's a long book, a lot of material to handle, so I am trying to get back into my reading grind or something like that. It will take a long time, but it won't kill me to read. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Saturn Sage out, and I'll see you guys next time.